Welcome to the red zone. Blue we don't do, and red. That's me.
Welcome to Morning Talk Show. Red Zone. Red Zone. And that's what we doing. With Mr. Me, Uncle Red Pill. That's me. Good morning, y'all. I hope y'all having safe travels on y'all journey this morning. We gonna talk about something today, but I'm gonna let people get on in the chat. We can chop it up. Be a little minute. Someone a little coffee. Thank God for being able to see today. So, like I said, some didn't make it. Morning Talk in the Red Zone with my Uncle Red Pill. We're going to talk about something today. Give it a little moment. Definitely chop it up. Chop it all the way up. My people, good morning, good morning. Wake up. Come kick it with your boy, man. Shoot, it's going to be beautiful today. Hey, Google. What is the weather forecast today in Louisiana?
Today in New Orleans, it'll be mostly sunny with a forecasted high of 95 and a low of 77. Currently, it's 83 degrees and sunny.
It's a beautiful day. It's sunny out there. 85 and low. Hey, sour weather, baby. Louisiana. I'm so glad it ain't raining. Oh, it's gonna rain every day around here. Can't never keep that grass straight. Always cutting grass. God damn, man. What you talking about? But today we're gonna talk about change behavior, change results. That's what happens. Change behavior, bad behavior, change to good results. You know? Where we at? Who in the building? Oh, we getting a little love here. Y'all drive safe on your channel. Drive safe. Change behavior so you can get change results. Get in that groove, get in that vibe, get your head in the game. You know? When it's talking in the red zone, my Uncle Red Pill. Y'all out there in that chat, y'all can send a wave or anything, baby. Let me know you're here. There we go. What up, Belk? I see you. My boy Belk in the building. I saw you and Miss Amy on them pictures, boy. Beautiful. You like you been in that gym hard, boy. Gotta love it. I need to come stop by y'all, man. That beautiful pool y'all got over there. Change behavior to change your results in life, in everything, not just relationships, everything you do. Health is wealth, baby. You know it is. Health is definitely wealth, Belt. That's good, man. I see you enjoying it over there. B. Jones in the building. I see you, baby. B. Jizzle. My drizzle. We out here, man. We're going to talk to him this morning. I want y'all to thank God for waking up this morning. Like I say, you know, unfortunately, some people didn't make it here. I can't say it's a sad thing because it's supposed to be a beautiful thing. But it's a painful experience. So my condolences go out to anybody who lost a loved one today. But we got to rejoice and be happy that we are here. And be happy that they're in a better place today. You feel me? And that's from me. That's from my heart. That's from my Uncle ReddPill. Yes, indeed. Y'all on that drive? Gotta get to work around here. You know we need our jobs. People coming up short. Oh, Lord, inflation. That need to be a conversation we need to talk about. Oh, God. Gotta love that jazz. You know, we from Louisiana, the bottom of the boot. We jazz it up. What's the topic? The topic today is, you know, everybody say they want like results. They want things to be different. You know, but you know, you got to put in the work. So the topic today is, in order to get better results, you have to change behavior to get change results. You know, and I mean put in the work. You know, not the work your mouth say you're doing, but the work that actually takes over the actions that you do. In other words, put in the work. Put in the work to get better results. You know, don't say you're working and you ain't working. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you're putting in the work. You ain't punched the clock. You know, because if you're doing the same thing, expecting different results, I ain't got to tell you that. You know what it is. MyUncleReddPill in the building. You know? You got to take life for what it's giving you and work with it. All the time you can't change the cause. Sometimes you got to play that hand you was dealt. So for my people out there, if you really want real results, you got to put real work in to get real change. That's the topic of the day. Because a lot of times in our life, we have a tendency of, you know, pushing it off, blaming someone else. But the only common denominator in this situation is you. You know? Sometimes, just sometimes, just a little bit. Look at yourself and ask yourself, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Or am I just saying I'm doing the things I'm supposed to be doing? Now listen, one thing and two things for sure. If you ain't doing the right thing, you're not gonna get the right results. It's simple. I ain't gotta ask you about it. I can look about it. I can see everything about it. You know? But we're here to change that mindset. And sometimes, unfortunately, this is the hard truth right here from MyUncleReddPill. You might just have to change the people you're around. Just might. Because everything that looks good to you don't mean it's good for you. Yeah. And look, we ain't got to go to now. What's understood don't need to be explained. We here right now. You know, tell me what y'all thinking. What's on y'all mind today? But that's my topic today. If you want better results in life, actually put the work in. And it may require you to change everything around you to actually get where you need to go. Because a lot of times, we're in the same arena dealing with the same people, expecting different results. It's insanity. You know? If you can't see yourself with growth, you got to let it go. And if you hold on, you're wasting your life. It's impossible for you to see what life has to offer to you if you're not looking ahead. There's a reason why it's called a rearview mirror. You know what I'm talking about? And there's a reason why it's a windshield. One's looking forward, one looking backwards. Now I can promise you, if you've been doing the same things all these years and you're getting the same results, I think you need to change to get change. You see? No blame game, accountability. That's what we're doing. To make us a better person, better of us. So, y'all let me know what y'all feeling out there. And Bill, stay off that beach, boy. You've been in that beach all the time. I seen you. Be just, I know you on that drive, huh? Want to sell them cars, boy. I see you out there. I used to be in that car business hard for years. I was alright. I'm gonna enjoy this music with y'all on this drive. Y'all got any questions y'all want to ask me? But like I said, my word today is in order to get real change, you got to put in real work. You know? But you got that beat jizzle on the high drizzle. Or you gonna jump into them when you drop your son off, see what I'm saying? You on his purpose. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of men out here who actually take care of their responsibility now. We got some bums. We're not saying that. But see, we speak about those to try to make them a better them today too. Accountability on all ends. That's the only way we can come together and get understanding. You know? Yeah, drop my little nephew off, boy. At least it ain't raining. It's hot out there. It's gonna be beautiful today. What's up, man? What's up, my Auntie Stephanie? She in the bill. What up, Stephanie? BB. I see you over there, girl. I was by your house last night with your son, my cousin now, chilling. I know I ain't get to see you, baby. I'm gonna come back there today, though. We're gonna chop it up, though. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Morning talk in the red zone with MyUncleReddPill. Yo, that is me, man. This is what we do, man. Jazz rolling. Google. Lord. Thank y'all so much for coming out and chopping up with your boy. Y'all be safe on them journeys. We here. You know, whatever's on your mind, let's talk about it. Something that's making us a better us, we want to talk about it. You know, negativity, we ain't really doing all that. That's what we stepping on. That's how we get change. Eliminate bad thoughts. You know what I'm talking about? Change is good. I hear you, Auntie. Change is good only if you work on it. That's what I'm saying. Actually put in the work. Don't have your mouth running and your body stiff. I'm just saying, you know, Your mouth running, but your body standing still. They don't go together. Not gonna get them results. Real change. Woo! It starts with changing the philosophy. My man, Big Jizzle. You know it's true, man. Man, it's just so many stories I can really tell y'all this morning about people say they changed, you know, especially in relationships. It's crazy, you know, but we got to find a way to actually commit to change, you know. We so busy living in this perception and not facing reality, saying the things we need to say to get people to do what we want them to do, and then we revert back to who we really are, and we do expect it to work. Ain't that crazy? Like now I really see the real you. You out of here. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this. It's a slogan I always say to all my people. You better stop worrying about that BBL. Better worry about that MML. You understand that? See, the BBL get you in the door, but the MML keep you inside. Now, what's the MML? Yeah, baby. That's a mental mind lift. Get your understanding to a better place to be a better person. You see? You can talk your way in the door. Mm-hmm. But once I realize that you ain't it, you got to go. Baby, you're out of here. You know? So just be truthful, be honest. That's what we live in. If you want change, do real work. I promise you, you can blame everybody in the world, but you the only one standing there. And that's word from MyUncleReddPill. Yo, we got the YouTube channel popping too. Instagram. We're gonna have a lot of content on that. It won't just be me. I can tell you that now. You know, because the world is blue. And we got Miss Blue. Yeah. Speaking for you. So we can get an understanding about how real life situations really transpire. Give you the real work so you can get real understanding. That's why I say, if you really want that, change your behavior to change your outcome. That's what we're doing. Oh, we got some people in here. Good morning, good morning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What up, Bill? What you got there, boy? Oh, we got a caller on the John. We're going to get in that building with him right now. What's going on here? Big Jizzle, you in the building? What we doing? Uh-oh. There you go. You on that drive.
Yeah, man. You already know what it is, man. It's terrific
Yes,
Tuesday,
sir.
man. It's terrific Tuesday, man. Terrific Tuesday. Whether it's terrific Tuesday for somebody, tremendous Tuesday for somebody, man. You know, Taco Tuesday for somebody. You know, man. Let's let it be one of the things, man. Just don't make it a terrible Tuesday.
I want to hear him. I got to hear him, baby.
You can hear me?
Got your volume up, baby. I can't hear you, baby.
You can hear me now? You can hear me?
Hey, Google. Turn down to 2.
You can hear me now?
I can't hear you. This is crazy this morning.
Hold on. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with you. I can hear you. I can hear you, but you can't hear me.
I can't hear you, baby. Look at here.
Hold on. Let me try to. Let me drop down.
Hold on, B. Hold on.
You must got me on mute.
Talk to me, B.
Hey, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
What's going on, B? Talk to me. I hear you, baby.
You hear me?
I can hear you now. Something going on. We got some technical difficulties. I can hear you now.
These Bluetooth things, man, they have their way. So you got to let echo in the background. But here's the thing, right? When it comes to results, I read a book when I was in college called The Slight Edge by Jeff
going in and out. There's something going on. I can barely hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Do you have your thing connected to other devices? Your problem could be that you got other devices connected.
I don't know. This is crazy. I can barely hear you, baby. But go ahead. Let me see that.
But the thing is, like, I read a book when I was in college called like The Slight Edge. Hold on, let me see something. Go ahead. Let me see that. Hold on, let me do something.
Go ahead, B.
The thing is, and so, like, I read a book. A young man called like The Slight Edge. But the thing is, hold on, let me do something. Go ahead, B. The thing is, like, your results or your outcomes in life. A lot of times we think as people, you really got to change your behavior. But really, your behavior is just your attitude. And attitude is behavior is just your outcome. The thing you really change is your philosophy. Everything starts there. It's how you, it's what you believe, right? It's the thoughts, it's your influences, your philosophy about something is what's going to be ultimately change your basically your attitude, which is your behavior, which eventually would change your actions, right? And if you can change your actions, you can change your results. Like I said, the name of the book is called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I really and a lot of times we think that it's the behavior that you have to change, but in reality, like you talk about, people say mindset, but it's just really a philosophy towards something or about something. So the thing you have to work on as a person is your mind, is your philosophy. Some people would say mindset. Some people just say, what you think. That's what's going to help change the behavior, which changes the actions, which changes the outcomes and the results. So it's kind of like saying, how people say, some people believe that the glass is half full. Some people believe the glass is half empty. It's still half, but the philosophy of it is change the approach. If somebody believes a glass is full, they have a way of being more proactive about things, trying to get something done. But when somebody believes the glass is half empty, they kind of get more relaxed. They kind of get a little bit more reserved. They don't put a little more forth the effort, even though the glass is still half. So it's our beliefs, it's our mindset, it's our philosophy going towards something.
Right.
So a lot of times people want to start and go back to the behavior, but the behavior is altered by your philosophy, right? So the philosophy has to update. And for a lot of people, particularly people in the States, the older we get, the more we get concrete in our philosophy. The more our philosophy becomes stone, if that makes sense. Our philosophies kind of stay the same. They don't really expand no more, right? And that's part of age. You become more
philosophy. Right.
philosophy becomes more stone. It becomes more concrete, right? You're not really open or receptive to new ideas and new things. Kind of in who you are. You kind of leave that part for a younger generation.
Right.
Because you can't really afford to make the mistakes or the errors that they can afford to make. That makes sense? Like when you were 20, you can afford to make a lot more mistakes than what you can make at 40. You don't have the same amount of time no more. So with that being said, a lot of times when we try to ask
That's
people,
right. They got time on their side.
Time on their side. You don't. You had your time. Your time is past. Your time is come and gone. If you're living in your present, they're living in their potential. So when you got people of an older age,
talk to them, B.
Yeah, you living in your present. They living in their potential. You living in your now. So you living in things. That's like for example, you go apply for a position right now. You working for somebody. You apply. You get a position that earns a lot of money because you're not living in potential present. This position don't earn what I used to previously. You don't go apply for a job that just because you got a job. That's when you live in the present and you got obligation. You applying for something that works. And so the point I'm making is that you have to update the philosophy.
Right.
If you try to results change, it always goes back to changing your philosophy. And when I mean by changing philosophy, like your philosophy is gonna have to become very naive again. It's gonna have to become innovative again. That makes sense. You're gonna have to start taking on those same characteristics.
You got to change it.
You got to take on the characteristics that you did when you was a youthful person. It has to be sparked by innovation, or people say naiveness or pureness, or it's gonna have to feel new to you. So that's how a lot of things can happen and become creative. Without that, it's gonna be tougher. I'm not saying it's not impossible, because your current philosophy is gonna affect the progress that you're trying to create. I heard people saying they stuck in their ways because their ways is going to affect the current process. It's like I'm in the automotive business, right? If you trying to sell cars, how people were selling cars in the 1980s and 1990s, you're not going to survive today because
they won't survive.
The marketplace has changed. It's an internet-driven business. Not saying that not saying that some of the principles from the era don't apply, but if you're still marketing that way, you're gonna die.
Yep, you're gonna die.
This is not a what we call a referral business. I mean, referral still exists, but it's not really a referral relationship business anymore. It's just not. That's not how you're gonna create 80% of your business. And if you are, you're not gonna survive.
You're not gonna survive. It's true. You have to change that, bro. The mindset is the terrible thing to waste, bro.
The internet is an internet-driven business, so you got to be online. You got to be advertising. You got to be showing these. You got to make yourself present online before you make your presence, in the physical. If you're not present online, in most cases, you're not present at all to a lot of these buyers and potential people. So it's just a change in mind. It's a change of philosophy. So
change your mind, change philosophy. You're right. Change
of philosophy. So like that even goes towards relationships. You have to adjust to a different philosophy. But here's the problem. Here's the problem that we have in relationships when you change of philosophy. Change of philosophy doesn't always agree with change of nature. Nature don't change.
No, it stays the same, baby.
Nature is constant. Nature does not change. A lot of people think that sometimes the real conflict that we have in relationship with, particularly between men and women, philosophy may change, but philosophies have a way of conflicting with nature, and nature doesn't. Nature changes. No, they don't. We get the same 4 seasons every year. The same 4 seasons every year. Nature don't change. We get the same.
No, it doesn't.
Hurricanes come the same season. July, November. Never gonna change.
Never gonna change.
See, nature doesn't change. We get spring when you get all the pollen, when all the plants start to grow. Then we get fall when all the plants start to die. See, nature don't change.
It does not.
It's constant.
Preach. Talk to him, B. Jizzle.
It's constant. And what happens is sometimes when we're trying to update our philosophy, it disagrees with nature. And nature say, well, pull yourself back over here because we're going to survive over here. We don't change with the seasons of people coming in the world. We constant over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that a lot of us and women, we some philosophies. And that's it's an understanding. In some things going to be accepted, but nature ain't going to accept it all. That makes sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Nature ain't going to accept all the updates and philosophies. That ain't how nature works.
You're right.
You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times, you know, I shared that with people is that, you know, we got to understand that, especially I'm talking about being in couples. Like in business, because it's man-made, right? Philosophies can update and businesses can update because that was made by people.
Mm-hmm.
See, relationships was not made by people.
Right.
I need people to get that. That's not a human, that's not a man or woman created thing. You feel what I'm saying? That's a nature thing because other species have relationships, right? So that was not created by people. We just created the word.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
So with that being said,
right,
nature has a way of just being constant and being consistent. And so a lot of times when we hear about relationships, particularly heterosexual relationships. I'm not talking about male on male and female on female. I'm just talking about the male on female relationship. We're looking for a lot of changes in philosophies, but nature doesn't bring all the changes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nature ain't gonna accept all your changes. Like for example, men adopting other men's children and just making it normal. Nature.
Mm-hmm.
Why do men so rebellious about it? Because it goes against nature. You get what I'm saying? Few men gonna accept it, most won't. But it goes against nature. Nature ain't gonna accept all the philosophy changes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It ain't gonna accept it all.
Not gonna accept.
It's not gonna accept it all. It's like nature trying to. It's like a woman being responsive to an unproducing man. And obviously, I say production is income, resources. He has a way of producing something.
Yep, the way of producing.
Whether it's income, whether it's fish, whether it's farming, he's a producer.
Whatever.
Right? Whatever it may be, he produces. Women's nature does not have a way of accepting a man who's unproductive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much dick he throw.
It don't matter. It don't matter how much.
It don't matter how much dick he throw. That shit comes to a head. Right? See, nature's not gonna accept that philosophy.
No. It stays the same. It don't bend.
It's gonna reject it. Doesn't mean that an unproductive man can't get him some. It just means that he's not gonna stay there.
He's not gonna stay there, baby. He could get there, but it's different.
Ooh, if you stay unproductive.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is so true, bro.
Nature don't accept all philosophy updates. And the problem that we have right now, I'm speaking of towards relationship, women are trying to update too many different philosophies, and men are not.
You can't.
Women want men to accept too many updates. Well, I'm different this and I'm different here, and we can dig on it. That's too many updates, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Nature's gonna reject that.
It does.
Don't believe me. Believe the outcomes. We got a percentage rate of children born over 70% out of wedlock. Don't believe me. Just believe the results. It don't accept all updates.
You see it every day.
Right?
You see the results. It's there.
Yeah. So sometimes what happens is, particularly in relationships, Relationships are they were created from nature. They weren't created from people. People, like I said, people just created the word. Animals have relationships. Reptiles have relationships.
They're
right?
relations.
They have relations. So that was not created by people.
There's a big difference, people.
See, cars were created by people. Buildings were created by people. Trains, planes, finances was created by people.
By people, G.
So that stuff can always have an updated philosophy. Mm-hmm. But when you hate things, nature has a way of rejecting a lot. Mm-hmm. Nature gonna reject whatever. See, nature doesn't cooperate with nobody. Everybody get down with nature. It accepts a few things, but for most part, nature you gonna get down with nature. Mm-hmm. What is nature? Water, heat,
oxygen,
trees, rocks.
Oh my God, it's so true.
That's nature.
That's nature, B.
Rocks, minerals.
That's nature.
Elements.
Nature. Some things don't change, B, just because you want them to change. No matter how hard you try.
You don't give two fucks about what your philosophy is. Nature says, look, nature gonna respect you. Nature is gonna respect your philosophy as long as you respect nature. The second you reject nature, you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, you're gonna have a problem. Nature will win, G.
Nature is gonna win.
All the time.
It's undefeated.
And see, you know, it's the mindset, bro, that people just don't understand that, you know, when you actually say you want change and you want something to be different, right? It starts with the mind. You think you can put a lot of things in your mind and you got some kind of point in your mind, you can cut it all. It ain't real, bro. Work comes from you actually a lot of times eliminate a lot of things and a lot of people to get the result that you really want.
Of course. And to add to that, here's the reason why, right? The mind is no different from a memory card, Corey. It can only store so much.
Yeah.
Right? So what happens is that's like why we tell people write things down. This can only store so much. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The only amount of storage. Mm-hmm. It starts to delete things from it. Store things, right? Or you just wouldn't grow. Right? So everything ain't receptive to memory no more. Because the older you get, your mind starts to delete things out and put new things. That's like you trying to remember some things as a 5-year-old kid. You don't remember all the 365 days you old when you was 5 or 10 or 15. You may remember a day, a moment. Mm-hmm. The mind doesn't store all those days. Mm-hmm. And now, even though you lived them. Right? So it only stores so much. That's why you're going to have to delete people from your life, because the mind can only store so much information.
It could. That's it. It's only so much, bro.
So much that it can store. And your mind still have to store things for you to be productive, for you to be protective for yourself, for the people around you. It has to store things to create time, which is availability for the things you're trying to create availability for. It has to work on your mannerisms and how you're going to move and how you're going to go about your. Yeah, it has to do so much than just think. You see that?
It has to.
It has to do much more than just think.
Right. Did you say feeling?
So, yeah.
Did you say feeling?
Yeah.
You know, that seemed to trump the whole conversation and eliminate logic all the time.
Well, listen, there's motions and there's emotions, right?
Yeah.
So I like to say, as a man, have motion, but as a woman, I say have emotions. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing for women to have emotion. I think a lot of times as men, we trying to get men to reject their emotion. Nah, I want you to have emotion. That's what makes you a woman.
Right.
Have some. Right. However, I need your emotions to respect my emotions.
Yep, respect.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I appreciate a woman who has emotions. That's what makes her. It keeps her. It keeps her femininity active,
relevant.
However, when her emotions are not respecting a man's emotions, then it's out of whack.
Yeah.
There's no order to her emotions. They are order plates. That means her emotions can almost become or appear masculine because it's trying to trump.
Yeah. You're flirting with a lot of femininity, feminist behavior.
You're flirting with a lot of feminist behavior now with your emotions. You know what I'm saying? You start to flirt with a lot of feminist borderlines because your emotions are trying to trump a man's emotions. I was talking to a woman yesterday, and as she was expressing herself, very emotional, and I was just mentioning a few things to her. She was talking to me as if she was educating me and teaching me about something. I said, I need you to stop that. I need you to stop talking to me as if you're teaching me. So you're not teaching me nothing. Stop speaking and expressing yourself.
Right.
As if you're talking to me and you're trying to teach me you're not teaching me nothing. What's the notion? I don't even like saying it, but I'm a man. You're not teaching nothing here. Now, you may be trying to express yourself. And I said, that's cool. I want you to express yourself. But stop talking to me like you're teaching me something, like I'm some adolescent. You're not teaching me nothing. I don't care what's going on with you. But you stop talking to me like you're teaching me something.
Yeah. Like, talk to me like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Bring him up to speed on nothing.
We ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that.
No.
You comply. You ask. I listen. That's the order. You don't like it? Find somebody else to deal with. That's not really who I am. I didn't ask you who you are. I asked you what you need to become.
That's right. There's a difference.
I didn't ask you who you are. You care about who you are. I'm asking you what you need to become. If you don't want to try to become what I'm talking about, then as far as I'm concerned, y'all in abundance. I'm not. They got men in abundance. They don't have men they don't have men of value in abundance. That
not many. Not many.
They got men available, yeah, in abundance. But men of value, no, they're not in abundance. Because men of value stand for something.
Yeah.
A fall for everything.
It requires, and it tells you a lot about a person too. You know, because a man of value gonna stand for something. You can't be around him and be valueless. You got to serve purpose in his life.
Purpose in this world.
You know, he's trying to go somewhere. You're trying to act like you're going somewhere. You ain't going nowhere, right? That's why I say a lot of times, you know, you got to put the work in, the work that we see, not the work in your mind. You know, they got to equate to actions, bro.
Well, the thing I discovered is this. And it doesn't make this an absolute thing, but this makes the patterns exist and the outcomes are there, right? From a pattern standpoint. A man's actions his action is to be in a plural form, meaning that he's thinking about more than him.
Right.
It's him, the woman, and the offspring that are there, right? A woman's actions is not in plural form like that, or singular. It's about her. Or the offspring that's there. But for the most part, it's very, very, very singular. It's not plural. There's no man of value on his purpose that's thinking about himself. He's not trying to create all his resources just for himself. Sorry to tell you. It's just not. Because he don't need all the resources to survive. That makes sense. He don't need all that. He don't need all this stuff to survive. He don't need all this stuff to exist. He just doesn't. but he's doing it to make sure that whatever is with him can also receive his abundance. She can benefit from his abundance, but the difference is he has rules.
That's right.
You got to comply. You got to be cooperative.
Gotta be.
You got to fit his program.
That's the only way I see value.
It's the only way he gonna see value. You got to fit his
no
program.
other way, man.
It doesn't mean that you can't live out your abilities. It doesn't mean that you can't do what you like to do. It doesn't mean that you got to put your.
I mean, you ain't going to do slavery, or you getting controlled, manipulated, all the negative situations. Let me tell you something. Here's the problem. This is how I look at life today, man. You know, women are women's worst enemy. It's not a man. You know?
Yeah, because they believe their own behavior.
They believe in their own reality. We on this planet.
Reality. And what happens is that they don't, when they finally meet a man who corrects them, I tell people all the time, women speak to me and they be like, a woman is threatened by a woman's production and her means, her independence. And I tell the truth all the time. That's not the truth. The real truth is that a woman is threatened by a man's independence. Mm-hmm. A man who brings up together, women are threatened by him.
Yeah, he's a problem.
The reason why they're threatened by him is because he's going to make her compete for him. When in reality, you got all this, you try to create the resources and independence to not compete for a man. And then what that man did make, compete.
Versus liability.
Yep. He just made you compete. They want those things so they don't have to compete for the man.
Yeah.
But the man,
you always hear about what you want. It ain't about what. Okay, so you get what you want. Well, what you think about what he want?
Well, it don't really matter about what he want.
I know that. That's the point.
That's the point. A man who made something of himself, his mindset got to be, they got to compete for me. This didn't come easy, and this ain't gonna stay easy. So you gonna have to compete for me. Not in a way of like making her do things that's unnecessary. I'm talking about like she's gonna have to realize that it's about the woman around him. Not for her to do things that's unnecessary. An example, an unnecessary thing is like she gotta spend an abundance amount of money to get my attention.
I see you DJ in the zone. I see you, baby.
You know what I mean? That's an unnecessary thing. But what is necessary is it's not important for him to tell you good morning first. It's important to tell him good morning first.
Right.
That's what I mean by competitive. You need to see how his morning doing before he try to see how your morning coming. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, when I get up in the morning, I have women trying to contact me, see how my morning coming, see if I'm up, see if I'm live. That's a non-competitive woman. I don't need her around. You know why? Because if I did something for her, because that's the same woman that if I go out here, right, and make something of myself and not pursue her, she's going to try to put the things that I'm interested in,
right,
on hold. Like if I want sex, she's going to try to feel like, okay, let me hold that back for a second. No.
Wrong.
Put that on the table or find an immediate substitute. If not, move along. Right?
Move on.
I didn't make myself this productive man for you to be so resistant.
Exactly. What's the purpose?
You could be resistant to a guy who's unproductive. You're not gonna be resistant to a guy who is productive. Because if that's the case, then I don't do nothing when the outcomes are identical. I take the least expensive route.
Point taken.
If you're gonna make a man who's productive wait for some sex and the man who's unproductive wait for some sex, then why am I being productive?
What's the purpose?
What's the function?
I did all this for nothing, basically.
All this for nothing.
Come on, man. Talk to me. Talk to me. Morning talking to Red Y'all with my Uncle Red Pill. Be Jizzle in the building. We talking them facts.
All this to skip the line. You damn right. You damn right I did. I did all this to skip the line. Not to be in it.
Yeah.
And I know what you're thinking. Well, all the men want to have sex with me. I got news flash for you ladies. It's in our DNA to want to mate. It's not about you. I know that's a hard pill to swallow. I don't care how many curves you got in your body.
It don't matter.
Our DNA as men is to want to mate. That's a nature thing. It's not about you.
Yeah, it's not a choice thing.
It's
nature.
It's nature. It's not even our choice. It's not even our choice to want to do that. Or they say no, he could choose the environments he put himself in.
That's
That's
right.
but his desire to want to mate, that's not his choice.
That's not his choice.
He's fighting his nature. That's not a choice. The choice is putting himself in environments where his nature will overtake him. He could just go home. But if he go home and you're still not unresponsive to it, he's fighting his nature. There's no way I'll be around a woman who I gotta fight my nature on. Whoa, what?
No. No, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. That's true. It's an unbeatable task.
Right.
You will fail. You
will
fail, man.
Gonna fail.
Nature always prevails.
And that's why, and I do think that, like, I'm not gonna isolate this to women. I would say young men and women as a whole, like, we got a lot of Discovery Channel to watch. A lot of Discovery Channel. I mean, like a lot of National Geographic.
Yeah.
A lot of things. And people be like, what you mean? Bruh, you gotta get down to nature.
You got to.
Like when
I don't care what you do, bro. At any time, you can't run from it.
Can't run from it.
You gotta come outside and meet it.
Gotta come outside at some point.
It's here.
It's here. So
all them different antics and all them different things and shame tactics and fight against the grain. I can do this, he can do that. What I need, all that stuff there equates to you not really respecting nature. I'm telling you, bro. At the end of the day, it's the truth. It's the truth. And this is why we, this is why we're making this show.
I would ask a woman, and a woman, I advise y'all to do this too. Ask a man what other groups of animals do he watch?
You say other groups, huh?
Man, what group of animals do you watch? Like, do you watch National Geographic? No. Like, so you don't watch animals at all? No. That's a man who's living in a very generic world, not a very nature realistic world. He's living in something that's very generic. That means he's gonna be influenced by whatever.
Yeah. Right.
No stability. People ask me all the time, watching, man. I'm watching alligators. I'm watching sharks. I'm watching gorillas. I'm watching lions. I'm watching other animals. I'm watching how they behave.
Yeah.
People who are out there recording these animals and getting the recorders and making it available for me to watch, because you get tuned into what's natural. Which are
yeah.
Right? And so you start to realize, man, this is your nature. Like I tell women all the time, it's my nature to mate. So don't be around me with this idea that we can't talk about mating, that it's a phobia here. I don't do you. You get away from me. It doesn't mean that that's what we need to do. But if it offends you, then it's because you're not in tune with nature.
It's nature, B.
It's
nature
to be around you. Now, does that mean that this is what we got to talk about all the time? No.
It don't mean that.
It don't mean that at all. But what I'm not going to do is fight my nature to be around you. I don't have to bring up nature in
no circumstances.
You just
because it's not supposed to equate to nothing good for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm living outside of who I am. In life, we all got roles of who we are.
I'm living outside my...
just the way things are.
And outside my DNA, being the company of a woman. It's not important.
We're not doing that around here.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell people all the time, man, you see me out with that girl, I wonder what they're doing. It looks like what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm saying.
It looks like what it looks like. I wonder if they're getting down. Yeah, we getting down. It looks like what it looks like. I ain't about to sit here and pretend with y'all. We don't need to be together if we don't need to be around if we're not involved.
What you say? I can hear you. Say it again.
We don't need to be hanging out if being involved is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I hear women talk about the internet all the time. What about, what do you take women out on dates? Like what we do on the first date? We're not involved. We're not going nowhere.
Right.
With nothing to talk about.
Nothing.
So what you mean? Why am I dating a woman I'm not involved with? I'm talking about from a sexual standpoint. We're not sexually involved. We're not going on dates. We're not going nowhere.
Not.
Nowhere.
What we doing, bro?
Because it's going to look like what it needs to look like. People see me out with you, I'm on they having sex. Yeah, we bumping and grinding. Not playing with y'all. Not playing with her.
Mm-hmm.